going for a contact play. Look at Sticko, he's very far back. The smoke goes towards short. Flash over, Sticko won't be able to do much about this. Christian goes down first. What a play from Major. He has been playing exceptionally in this tournament so far. A double headshot to kick open that B bomb site. And now a 5 versus 3 begins.
Oscar trying to find a shot toward the windows. Didn't quite get the kill, gets damage. Still gonna have to play the retake, and Major swings out. Good start. Goes further. Zontaras to take down Sonny, and Paz on to Rops. Paz is another player that's come onto my radar. Major's played well. We've touched on him. Calyx and Zontaras are stars in their own right, but Paz has looked really solid this event.
They all are very good individual fraggers, exceptionally. So it's going to be, there's Calyx on your screen right now. He'll be one of the names I'm sure will be reporting back on a lot. Mousesports now no force spy from what I can see. They get upgraded pistols. Only Rops gets the armor. So they're trying to keep things a little bit more modest. Look at the bigger picture here. I think that's wise. It's a best of one environment. Make sure your money's strong. Win out on the gun rounds. That's always going to be the best way to operate. Trying to force the issue every single round and spend all your money. It's going to come back and bite you in the end. They are the better team technically. They've got a lot more notoriety in terms of the events they've attended, the success they've had in 2017. Space Soldiers at their first ever major here. AKs out in full force, 3 of them. Zontaras, Major and Paz. Calyx of the UMP and Engine with the MAC-10.
So Bomb very intentionally left for a shoot to see if there will be any aggression. Major's watching that. Meanwhile, Paz investigates. They'll go back. No one in Mousesports willing to overextend. Already a much slower pace to these rounds than what we had in the last game, that's for sure.
Just to reiterate, this is the very final game of the day. 1 spot remaining.
It's the very final stage in the studio.
Yes, that's right. 1 spot remaining in the final round of 8. The Legends status will be granted to either Mousesports or Space Soldiers. Is 1 step closer, taking down Rops, 5 on 4. Remember, this wasn't much of a buy. They invested in some great pistols. Oscar, though, makes his mark in round number 2. Finds a couple. Sticko chiming in as well. All of a sudden, this looks possible.
Very possible. That deal menacing inside of the side as well. They don't want to cross to put it down because they still have Sonny looking that direction. So nades will suffice instead. Puts 3. Should be enough, but look out. Sticko takes Calyx. Still on 12. Major's collected it. Just to note, Henry, last year we were here for the E-League Atlanta Major, and Atlanta Falcons were in the Super Bowl. They lost. Now we're going to Boston, and the New England Patriots, who play out of Marlboro, outside of Boston, are in the finals, so maybe they're going to lose.
Yeah. I wish I could really join you on those ones. I don't know anything about that.
It's fine, just smile and nod.
Yes. But I do agree, that does sound interesting. 2-0. USPs, CZs, so close to the Major, delivers once more. Zontaras to crack open the A site, but it was Oscar. They got Mousesports around. This is why I hate B rushes, Matt. I talk about this a lot. Rushing B on the eco rounds, you just don't know what you're getting yourself into, and then running into the Lion's Den, it's going to get really awkward here. Why would you rush B? Play the default. 3 on 3, they might recover this. The bomb didn't commit. As Paz do whatever he can here, and you can see this is why you don't do it. This is such an important round. You might think it's an easy situation, but it can fall apart very quickly as Sticko, he gets stuck in as well. Zontaras is the last player remaining. Luckily, the bomb did not get given to the CTs there.
Lucky as ever. They were close last round. Someone's correcting me. It's Foxborough, not Marlborough. Marlborough's down the road.
Oh, there you go.
Foxborough is where the IEO Arena is as well. IEO Oreo or whatever. And Gillette is where they play. Or used to be. I don't know what it's called. It's not that great of a sport. Zontaras, he'll swing in. This is crazy that both these rounds against very little weapons, very little opposition in that regard, has come so close. Bodes well for Mousesports once we get into the gun rounds, you'd think. It certainly does in terms of keeping the economy honest for Space Soldiers. Zontaras, good find. Sticko jumping inside of the site, looking desperately for information. He's going to commit to the plant as well. He's got just enough time to do it before Oscar would be on his case, but Oscar's sneaking in, still with that MAC-10 as well. No kit, no armor, but he's got the jump on Zontaras. Ooh, and NKJ, the coach of Mousesports, is loving it.
Isn't that LMB?
Lambert, you're right, I'm sorry.
I didn't want to steal the moment from you.
It's fine.
But it is right. That's Space Soldiers giving that round up. You must know this, Matt. The amount of times I've said to you, do not rush B when you're against full eco. Regardless what you think's on the other side, you should just not do that. It's a really bad move. Sure, most of the time it'll work out and it'll look fine, but that one time you go in and they've stacked B, you look like such a plum, and they're going to be tilted off that one against a full eco. And one Deagle and one CZ and USPs. There's no need for it. Run a default, get some intel. Throw a Mac 10 in first if you have to. You can sacrifice one player. And this is the kind of experience that Space Soldiers need to pick up from these events. They will force buy in this round, a similar buy from what we saw from Vegas Squadron, remember. 3 Mac 10s, a Deagle and an AK-47. Good shot from Chris J, though. He has been electric throughout this tournament as well. Takes down the first shot, and this is Sunny coming to life. 5 on 3. Sloppy stuff from Space Soldiers, and this is looking quite the convincing round from Mousesports here. Major will get one back as Calyx has dropped. One player remaining, 81 HP. And this could be the beginning of the end. Mousesports now going to be fired up from that round.
Major. Underpass. You're right, that is LMBT. My mistake. I knew that. He was more pumped up than anyone else on Mouse.
He turned round and really let out quite the scary scream. I haven't seen him like that for a small man. Like he's
no,
a set of pipes on him.
3 HP. Survives, gets a kill, but Mousesports have certainly turned this on its head early. This game decides the predictions of our analysts as well. It'll be either YNK or DDK that take over the lead. I lost on Gambit. So it's between those two for the win.
Okay. That's another story altogether. Major definitely contesting with this round. It's very hard. 20 seconds. Robs finishes things off. Good work by Mousesports. A double orb setup. We'll be out in full force. It was Oscar and Chris J to find initial kills there. Like I said, I do consider them the strongest team. In terms of firepower, Space Soldiers are right up there with them. And on their day, they can take down anyone, as they've shown in this tournament. But some key mistakes. That B-rush could be one that comes back and haunts them. AK-47s for the CTs, just one. I thought they collected another, but not meant to be. And it has to be the full eco now for Space Soldiers. It'll be CZs, Glocks, and no armor. A couple of flashbangs, and they'll see if any CTs will push up towards him and try and get a cheeky kill there. But Mousesports playing this correctly, just holding up, watching every choke point. Sticko to patrol towards B. Says hello to Major. Doesn't give him a chance to take him down. Just watches the window, make sure he can't commit towards the site.
Sticko will hold off smoke down. Slightly shallower smoke than the other one that you could throw from the top of the garbage, but it still suffice. It goes to the inside of the doorway. Bit of a gap toward the truck, or the van, if you will. The cube van, the paddy wagon. Good hold. Chris J as well already on the catwalk, and they are just rummaged inside of the site. Bomb not even planted. That was the intention of the entire play. But they'll get guns again. 3-2, Mousesports take the lead.
Yep, getting more to becoming the B side. No plant coming in. It was quite close to going down at that point. About one more second would have yielded some sort of success for Space Soldiers, but a gun round comes through. WP though on the Space Soldiers side. Sticko is watching the bombs there. Nothing too flashy. Denies a couple of kills. So our bomb doesn't go down. Calyx, we're disappointed with that. Extra money for the team going for round number 6 here. AKs, and looks like a set piece here. This is quite common. 4 players towards the A side of the map. That's smoke for the steps he's lining up. Calyx throws the flash towards middle first. Now we're smoking towards jungle. Steps, CT spawn. Another flash towards middle. That's a good measure. And here comes the play. In terms of the setup for Mousesports, they have Rops in front of the A ramp, looking to fight. Aggressive, of course. He will fall back and drop a nice bomb.
Major rocks down. Good shot. Calyx, Oscar gone. He got Major back. It was dead in his sights. It would have been hard to have missed, but a great trade because he was on the edge of the smoke. And it could have easily faded back at CT. Left things very strong in the post plant. The retake. And you're going to stay at Sandwich. He's low, 20 HP, but he can afford to play for the information at this point in time. They've already cleared toward the top of Connector. So very passive, and Calyx has the time, even he's got 3 teammates, and Engine staying alive as well, to rotate all the way around. Paz takes out Sunny. Sticko versus 2, knows where 1 is and only 1. I'm sure he's going to suspect at this point in time that Calyx has rotated around. Doesn't even matter, even if he wants out of the site, he gets shut down.
Nice work by Space Soldiers there. The smoke's deployed, trading frags effectively. Bomb gets planted, and the CTs can't really do much about it. Ends in a 2 versus 1 with Sticko's got too much to work with in terms of A player at a ramp, player at connector, a bomb to defuse, and it's just out of his reach, unfortunately for him. 3-3. Money still available from Mousesports, but not much at all. UMP and have the Sticko. They do have 2 orbs still, but this will be the final buy if they do lose this round. Engine brings out the Mac 10, and that's actually quite an interesting buy, considering they've got 3 players on the Mousesports side of our helmets. The Mac 10 becomes a lot more powerful. Chris J knows it, looking to get the first pick. This is competition for him, and usually that shot all day long. Sonny will take some damage there towards middle. Chris J misses another sit-up. 2 players in front of him. Very, very good at that style, but can't make them connect just yet.
In the underpass, Mac 10 in hand, smoke still above him. Yeah, we knew this game was going to be closer than the last 2. I thought all 3 were going to be close. I thought on paper we had a great series of matches. So far, only 2 teams have really played.
Yeah, both of the opening games. They were good in terms of the individual performances we saw from the winning teams, but in terms of great Counter-Strike and an exciting matchup, not so much. This one, though, yes, you're right. Should be very close indeed. Hard-hitting teams, lots of skill on the server. 50 seconds remaining now. In terms of the Mousesports setups, the Sticko alone in B. Oscar, been one of the star players of Mousesports for quite a while now. Finds the opening pick, takes down Zanteres. Replies with the Affluence Mac 10. It's going to do damage against the unarmored heads. Pass answers back, and Oscar fighting up close and personal. Can't land that shot.
I thought he had that. I thought he got there quick enough. The bullets land sooner than his aim drops. Edge of a smoke. Calyx down. Mousesports winning yet another. They'll take the lead 4-3. Yup. Grabbed by Rops, carried over. Oscar will very much welcome that back in his hands. He's looking almost, I think, a little bit disappointed he didn't hit that second shot, even though the pressure was on.
Yeah, he's a very emotional player. He likes to be top of the scoreboard.
Internalizing almost,
yeah,
though,
that's
emotionally.
right. Yeah, he didn't want to let it all out and play. He's just like, yeah, okay, we won the round. I could have done a bit better. What is this for Chris J? He's got the Nova out. Now, that's an interesting pick. Plays the B bomb site. Kind of reading they're going to be low on money, but they've got armor and stuff. The Nova's not going to be a great purchase here. We haven't. That's probably the first Nova purchase of the entire tournament. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I would put myself on the line and say that's quite the possibility. Let's see if it finds any sort of success here. He might be tested. Sonny suddenly will. Down he goes, courtesy of Major. Chris J has a chance now. Will this Nova do anything, Matt? One gets nothing. I know why he buys that. This could all fall apart. Sticker pulled up USP. Down he goes. A real ropey buy from Space Soldiers. Looks like he'll find great success. 3 players survive. And Chris J.
Shotgun was in that round. When was the last time the farmer had to get his gun?
Indeed.
4-4. This is going to be a brawl. Zantares drops the off back over to Major. Thank you very much for giving that back. Oscar won't have it this time. Money gone. That's how honest this game has been kept. Look at this from Paz.
Lovely stuff.
That last bullet.
Indeed. Oh, that money was amazing from Mousesports, and that's reflected right now. They will be all in. Round number 9, 4-4. Scouts out. UMP for Sunny. They have got Deagles as well. Space Soldiers looking to take the lead here. I'm very interested by that Chris J buy. I think he assumed they were going to be full eco. He's going to have some fun. They force sport, completely bamboozle him. Number 9, Oscar. There's some backup from Chris J. Faces towards middle. He might get one, but not even that. Chris J will have to try and strike back with the scouts. Fall back, knowing that the AK crosshairs are looking towards him. Major this time with the AWP.
Zantares.
The 2 misthrown smokes towards middle.
Yeah, I didn't think that second one did miss. I thought it landed. You're right. Absolutely.
2 of them towards middle. They
give up on mid, boys. Let's go.
Another one. Can't land this one. Here we go. Way in it goes.
Nicely done.
Well, shouldn't affect the round outcome too much, but certainly makes things a bit uncomfortable. Bit of bickering going on, perhaps. Can't land one of the more simpler smokes. 40 seconds remaining. Zantares, absolute beast in terms of the actual one-on-one duels. Gets bested this time by the scout.
Just finds it. Sonny's got passed down. You said it wouldn't dictate the outcome dictated by that. You know what I mean? It doesn't. You're right. It has nothing to do with middle, but it's still shut down. Mousesports again about to buy or win on a ropey buy. It'll be the 3rd time this game, and already Major's giving up on the fact that they're going to even have a chance in it. He just wants to get rid of the op and run away. 13 seconds. He'll go down.
He's doing it
And
again.
LMBT's loving it.
He is. He's fired up. And yeah, Space Soldiers, those smokes. And it was towards B they went. But what a poor... The B bomb tie has not been successful at all for them. It's 1 by 1. No real pressure by the Christian. No one's getting out. Like, you want to be getting out quickly of that window, jumping out together with a flashbang, maybe a couple of smokes towards the arch and get out as a unit. But that was clumsy, I think is the best way to describe that. Now forced by back. It's a very back and forth game indeed. The Eagles, 1 AK, a Mac 10 for Major, a weapon we've seen quite a lot in the last 2 maps. And number 10. Major wanted to push through. There's a slight gap there, but will be able to use it. Rob's in front of the smoke once more. Dodges a flashbang, sees one come through, and will be taken down by Engine. And now they've got a chance.
Plants the outside of the box. This is going to jump across. Sees that, get aggressive. Oscar's waiting, but he's blind. He could hear him coming, but he couldn't do anything about it. So Paz wins the duel, gets the M4 picked up, and Space Soldiers, their turn to win. Don't buy guns this game, Hank.
Seem like they're appropriate. Well, the force buy. Very good for Space Soldiers. Chris J and Sticker looking to get the hell out of dodge here as they fall back. It will be Sticker to be dropped towards CT spawn. Chris J. Yeah, this is highlighting the back and forth aspect of the game so far in the last 4 rounds. No one being able to build up an amazing amount of momentum. And this one indeed ties up a 5-5. Presumably, Mousesports will have to make a decision here. They've got $2,000 on Oscar, Sunny $1,400. Sticker, Robson, Chris J can buy. Do they opt for it though? Chris J saving the AK-47, remember, he can drop an M4. That's why they'll take the tactical timeout. I'd assume they would. It's not the best of buys. If Rob's had 50 more bucks, he could actually drop the AWP, but that's not going to be possible now. We'll have a look at the scoreboard while we're here. 11 kills for Major. What a game he's had. He kicked things off that amazing entrance to the B-bomb site on the pistol. Managed to clutch it out 2 versus 1 as well. Engine 6 and 7. At the bottom is Calyx 3 and 7. As I mentioned, one of the star players of Space Soldiers. Oscar at the very top for Mousesports, so 10 kills, 8 deaths. Beneath him, Sticko, 8 and 7. Sunny, quiet game from him so far, 5 and 8. We'll follow that closer to half-time, see who steps up here. No team running away with this. If you are just joining us, it's the final map of the day. It decides our final legend. 1 spot remains. Mousesports certainly the favourites coming into this matchup, but Space Soldiers have got them on the ropes. They will indeed force into this.
5-5 T side, certainly not bad either. Chris already down to watch the underpass. I think he has to get out of there at some point in time or push all the way through. He's got to make the decision because Major has already taken his support away from the window. He has to wait, Chris, to get someone else in connector. Timer on the play. Not much he can do to control his own fate. Again, aside from try and push all the way around through the underpass, gets to the apartments on a chance that they aren't occupied. They still don't know that he's here. It's the one saving grace in this. But yeah, he is going to push through. He knows that mid's lost. There's no chance to get it back. They can't get any presence inside a connector. He could turn it back now, however, because they've gone to a connector. He is. So he's going to try and show up late. But trying forever to go unnoticed. He gets 1 kill. Has to know they're getting close. Doesn't matter. Oscar's going to take down Zontaras. That's going to buy Chris space. And somehow they come out with the win in middle despite having no information for the longest amount of time. And Chris's patience pays off. Goes down to a 5 versus 3. Bomb will head toward the A side as well.
Not over just yet. The nades come through. Space Soldiers definitely have the potential to land some AK headshots here. They don't even have those as the M4s and the FAMAs, so it's going to be a little bit of a tall order. Passed down to very low HP indeed. Chris J tentatively wasting his phone, is trying to buy as much time as possibly can. A good flashbang, but not enough. Oscar waiting towards shore, finds Engine. And look at this play, boosting in CD spawn for anyone to make a mistake and just inspect that area. They'll allow them to plant almost. Chris J's going to be in the connector. He'll be the sacrifice and try and stop them doing that. Lots of time being for him, and that should be the round. Lovely work by Oscar there. With the rifle in hand, he manages to pick up 4 kills in total. He's known as an AWPer, but don't get me wrong, he is a very proficient rifler as well. There's only a few AWPers in the game that can be world-class with both weapons, and he's certainly one of them. As we go into round number 12 here, the back and forth gameplay continues. 3 AKs, Calyx can't afford much more than a Deagle armor. Is that what he goes for? Hasn't purchased anything yet. Maybe he's got something on the floor waiting for him. He doesn't. CZ armor. 1 flashbang. Certainly a force buy. Look at the grenade situation. Almost nothing. I'll have one smoke to execute on the A-bomb, so that's why they focus more on the palace area. You can be flashed out of the position. Get Major out there first and try and find 3 unarmored heads. Robs, Sunny and Chris J. Look out for them. A little bit more squishy. Can the MAC-10 find them?
Good shot. Sunny burns on Tara's back, though, so all comes level. Engine. Robs trades that back, so still we sit level. A site, the occupation, or at least the plan for Space Soldiers. They want to go for the plant open side of the box. Manages to do so with no one watching over towards CT. Just does it on a whim. The damage enough to keep Rops at bay. Chris will clear connector. All 3 going to play toward A main. Calyx, I don't think, will rotate around this time. Doesn't have the time, nor does he have the gun.
This is more like him now. I'm enjoying this game. Space Soldiers showing a lot of heart here and all that executions. Paz keeping the dream alive, but not for long. 2-on-2 now. Engine and Calyx have to do everything they can. Calyx just waiting to try and deny the defuse. Can he do it? He's going to have to pull up an knife out with Engine gets to it first. Great work by Space Soldiers. 3 AKs, a MAC-10 and a CZ. A very basic execution. Almost no grenades brought to the party there, but the flashbang was decent. They find the entry, the upgrade to a rifle, and Calyx and Engine can finish things off there. Surely Mousesports will allow themselves to recover financially, but they've got $3,500 on Sunny, $1,400 on Chris J. The other 3 sit at $4,000. So a timeout will be called. This is what I was looking for today. In round number 5, both teams being tested, no one getting comfortable. In the last 7 rounds, no one's strung together too.
That's actually ridiculous. What a brawl.
Yeah, absolutely. Good word for it. An absolute brawl. Mousesports will force buy, and it'll probably work out. One team just trying to break the serve at the moment. Force the other onto an eco. That's the aim of the game. Mousesports buy comes in. 2 M4s, 1 for Mass. UMP, Chris J on the Deagle. Watch out for that. He can be quite the demon of that weapon. Boost himself up. He'll have to get the hell out of there. They spot him. Major, looking good, but not for long. Paz trading frags. They have to leave for now. 4 versus 3 as they assert their dominance towards middle. CT's tried to get stuck in there. Managed to get 1, but that's not going to be enough as the A split will come through. Calyx to lead the charge from the palace area. Smokes towards jungle. Robs the last line of defense. Can he find anything here? The star player of Mousesports needs to find headshots.
Backs off the angle. Wants to stay alive as well as anything. Especially in a 3 versus 4. They're going to push and flashes, turn him away. He dodges them. Gives Antares the edge, the jump. Robs goes down. Good timing from Space Soldiers as a result. Stico and Oscar, all that is left now as well on the defense and looking to save. They're going to back all the way off. Money still gone. This will be the first, as you said, in 7 rounds that a team has won back-to-back consecutively. Thank you, DJ.
There we go.
Paz, he shakes his head yes. We go to Paz. Paz is shaking his head no. So you're not, no thank you, DJ.
4-on-2. Stico and Oscar finally have to submit. This will signal for, I think, probably the first full eco. Apart from the one Mousesports won, of course. That's where the match began. 7-6. Much separating these 2 teams. The problem is, this will be tempting to force buy for Mousesports. The M4 in Oscar's hands, Stico the UMP. They force bought into this, though. They will have nothing for the final round. What's the play? Time will tell. He's keeping Chris J, Sunny and Robs on full eco. They pretty much are. 2 PT-50s is all they're bringing to the party here. Smoke towards middle. In terms of Chris J. Sorry, Oscar and Stico. They will be actually playing aggressively in middle. The M4. Stico holds it on D, but it's a full A take. Round pretty much done. Save the weapon.
Deeper Molotov toward jungle here, right? 6 looking likely for Space Soldiers. It could start on T-side. You said it as well, going against them on Mirage. They're very good on Mirage, and you're right. After what we saw from the Mousesports lineup at the end of last year, you would have thought top 8 was easily on the cards for them, and best of 3s I think would favor them over top of Mousesports, but Space Soldiers are looking to match that of QBF in their first major.
What a story that was. So, saving weaponry for round number 15 is the aim of the game here.
You say that like it's over. That story's just beginning, Henry.
It can't, surely. Congratulations to them. It's unbelievable the success they've had. Everyone thought Vega would be the team to shut everyone down, but QPF has done it under the radar. There it is, the half victory for Space Soldiers confirmed. We saw this at the last major. Some teams get too fired up sometimes, and it can be counterproductive. You get too fired up and like trying to get stuck into the other team and give the war cries. I like what Space Soldiers are doing right now. They're calm. When they're winning rounds, they're keeping their head in the game. They don't want to make any more mistakes, no more blunders. Keep the calls calm. Make sure you concentrate. Don't want to be focusing on cheering too much, and they're keeping themselves very disciplined over there. Final round of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. 3 AWPs in the T side of Mirage. Have you ever seen anything like it? I'm going to go and check the T-spawn. Now they've got the AKs waiting for them. They do. Got 3 AKs in T-spawn. I can confirm. So they'll go and upgrade to one of those. Oscar and Chris J might not give them the chance, though, as Hazards and Terrace go down.
Bomb just sitting at his feet. Not a bad way to go about things. Getting aggressive toward the apartments. Major will at least recover. They'll go back around with Engine. WP.
Weird move to make on the final round. 3 AWPs. Get punished for it, the aggressive play from the CTs.
Yeah, T-side especially.
Yeah, no.
That's ridiculous. Cloud9 did it in the last
Dust 2,
game, but
sure.
that was very different.
It's Dust 2, I love it. But Mirage, no.
Dust 2, back next major or not?
Yes.
All right,
100%.
what's gone?
I hope. I have a cobblestone and nuke. Maybe nuke.
I think just based on play statistics, it's probably going to be nuke.
Yeah.
But after watching the way Gambit played the T side, unfortunately they're gone now, but the way they played the T side to start this tournament off, my goodness, there's so much more available to that map.
Speaking of availability.
I'm not available, Henry. Stop asking.
It will be Calix to try and crack open this A bomb site. You'll see what's available to him. As he walks towards Shadow, you can see another player waiting for him, and that's Robs. Lying in wait, but he strikes just after his teammate goes down. Throws the incendiary towards Connector. Mousesports have the lead, looking for 8-7, but still, Major is alive, and he has been deadly. This double AWP setup, this is a blunder from Space Soldiers. The 5 rifles working so well, and the 1 AWP was enough. They go for 3 in the final round. Another bad call there. Just as I credited them for their discipline they've shown so far, there was absolutely no need for that. And they get taken down. Here's the Chris J push. They actually had Xanteras waiting towards that underpass position. Chris J bests him. Oscar takes some pass with the AWP, then they were left in a really tricky situation there. Bit of sustenance over Chris J, a protein bar. Keep his head in the game.
My Uber driver gave me a sea salt peanut butter bar mix today. It was delicious.
Sounds nice, actually. I like the sea salt and chocolate combination.
Yeah, it was really, really good. It was, I forget what it was called. Should have remembered. But to Jeff, parentheses, William, thank you very much. Of course, I gave him a 4-star and no tip, but that's fine. No, I'm kidding. Well, that said, we've got our 2 minutes at half. That will likely be occupied. 8-7, Mousesports T side being aggressive. Managed to win the half, so pressure on, or excuse me, Space Soldiers win the half, so pressure on the Mousesports try to pick up the pistol immediately.
So, Chris J, another interesting storyline when it comes to majors, Matt. He actually hasn't made a playoff yet either. And
That's
you can see
insane.
the streaks of group stage exits are quite strong right now. Skadoodle did have 8, but he has advanced. Chris J, 7. And Shox, 6. It's unbelievable to think Shoxy had that many, right? Nico with 5, he has advanced, and Chris J's the last remaining member of this squad.
And a lot of those with Nico. One of them with FaZe last time, the catalyst for change. A lot of those, he was Chris J's teammate on Mousesports.
Indeed, that's a very good point. So
Wow.
yes.
Chris could be the last not to make it.
It's not the best club to be part of.
No, it's really not. It's like being Riccardo Patrese in Formula One.
That's what I was going to say. You got there first.
So many races and no victories. I don't think, yeah, that's correct.
Well, they'll take the full 2 minutes here. Ladies and gentlemen, this half is it. Who will be taking the very final spot? Another legend will be discovered after this. It's 8-7 in favor of Space Soldiers right now. In terms of the scoreboard, Oscar at the top, 17 kills for him. Sunny at the very bottom, 7. At the top of Space Soldiers is Major, of course, great game from him. At the bottom of them is going to be Calix. There's the comparison for you right now. Major and Chris J, the in-game leaders of either side. Chris hasn't had the most electrifying games, some big misses with the AWP as we get into it. Very important pistol, I'm sure you're aware. The gravitas of this round. 4 sets of armor. Chris, as you, the in-game leader, normally has the utility. Throws a smoke, flashbang to go in, and they will be committed towards the A site.
Sunny.
Good shot.
his way in. Ross takes on Tara. Ross takes Calyx. Paz behind, fires, going to get taken down. Sunny with the kill. Major with the only kill so far in return, but they push into Engine. Engine's got an angle. Very little HP left. The Engine's out of gas. But Stico inside of the connector gets shot out by Major. That's going to give them a chance back in. 2 versus 2. Bomb is planted. You can see it at the top. So the kit becomes the issue. Engine's the one with it. He didn't have the armor. Part of the reason he got tagged so considerably early on. Rob spots Major pushing. Flash in. Rob has to go all the way around the corner. Still blind. Major doesn't commit to it because I want to be honest, I'm not sure why, but they get the hold anyway. They had the kit. Rops gets there late.
I think he's just wanting to body block him as much as possible. Like to say, if you can't kill me, did he have any bullets in there? It's difficult to tell, but it was a really interesting move. Either way, they do pull it off. Robs with so many kills there. And Major, yeah, he knows his teammate's defusing. It's an awkward angle there. If he can just block him as long as possible, I guess.
It's true. If he dies immediately, he just runs him down. So yeah, it's possible. But
he might have run out of ammo as well. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have a chance to reload. He's just like, well, the knife left, I'll body block him. Buy myself another half second. That could be it. And it was. So fair play. Under pressure. Maybe we can get some information as to whether he had any bullets left or not. Either way, we'll get into 9-7 now. The bomb goes down from Mousesports, so they won't force buy here, but Robs does get 2 kills, so he gets the body armor. They're going for AKs in the third. Very tight position, you can see. A couple of rifles coming out for Space Soldiers, preparing for those AKs in the third round. No MP9s, UMPs certainly viable in gun rounds. Eagle for Sunny. That was looking so good for Mousesports there. Robs with the entry kill with 2. The P250, that's why it's purchased, of course, has the 1-tap potential, similar to USP. A little bit more difficult to handle in terms of the taps, but nice kill.
Sony gets taken down and Paz follows it to Stico. Zantares, Major, Space Soldiers, adding up the rounds. Number 10. Could be just as likely we have a brawl on this side of the map as well. We've swapped things over. Our last half in Atlanta before tomorrow. A one-way ticket to Boston, Hank.
One way indeed.
Will you sit beside me on the plane?
Well, yeah, Richard told me earlier he wouldn't sit next to me, so it's going to have to be. You're my second choice.
Please sit beside me so I don't have to sit next to Richard.
You're my second choice, so yeah, that's fine.
Second choice it is then, wow.
That's still pretty good, second choice, not bad.
Second sucks.
Jason's third. So.
Second is the first loser. If you're not first, you're last.
Well, we get into this buy from Mousesports. This is the one I was interested for. With the bomb applying the pistol. They're not wasting any time here. Sunny gets straight towards CPO. Nice little play with the smoke towards connector. Robs with another great kill here. Here's another 5 in the round. The Terrorist dodges the bullets. He goes down to 6 HP, but he gets equal treatment there. Still, the man advantage lies with the Terrorists. Sunny, great work. Hold CPL strong. They need this. Mousesports have had a crushing victory, or crushing defeat today. Remember, they were 13-2 up against QB Fire. And it all went horribly wrong.
Yeah, imagine being that close against the biggest underdog in the event, and
the
now
team no one
your
even bothered
backs...
talking about before the tournament.
Oh, now your backs are against the wall.
Yeah.
I remember looking up the team list before I came here, because over Christmas I just basically put CS out of my mind and going, QBF. I'll look at them a little bit, thinking, I'll see them for 3 games at the qualifier.
Yeah.
That's all. No, not a big deal. Now I'm like, whoa, hang on.
Well, this is looking like Space Soldiers will just indeed save. It was Robs and Sunny to find early kills. I love that tactic, though, from Mousesports. They completely dissect middle, smoking towards the window area, smoke on the CT side of connector, one in front of shore, flashes through. CTs have no vision what's going on. Sunny just forces his way in with not slowing down whatsoever towards CPL. Gets in there, holds up. Robs finds the entry kill, forces a reaction. Sunny, he's in CPL. They have no idea. He finds the next kill. They're getting towards B. And a very cool way to split the B bomb site. Sunny looking for a couple more here. Oh, if he gets that kill, that's huge. Takes Calyx down to 6 HP. That's fine, him going down. That's not a big deal. We only have the UMP. But yeah, that defeat earlier, after being 13-2 up. How do you recover from that? Timeout for Space Soldiers here. They've got money. They've got a UMP 1M4. 6k in Paz, similar story for Major. Tactical timeout for Space Soldiers, just to confirm. And discussing all their players here. They are on the CT side of Mirage. All this discussion suggests to me they will go aggressive. there's not really much discussion that has to be done on the CT setup. Usually, as a team, you have maybe 3, possibly 4 default setups that you like to run that revolves around an AWPer. If you're discussing it in depth that much, I would suggest they're going for an aggressive pick somewhere. Maybe flashing over A ramp, pushing towards underpass. We'll see what they decide to do. The lack of the AWP dictates they might have to find an early kill. Let's have a look on the map on my PC. We'll see what we can work it out. Santeres, he'll sit in towards jungle. No one pushing necessarily just yet. They've gone for a 4-man stack on the A-bomb side. So that's the play this round, changing things up. It's quite rare to see 4 players at the very start of the round get stuck in like this, and it's a similar sort of smoke from Sunny. Finds some success once again, allows him to look towards connector with a strong angle there. Takes down Paz.
Sunny to hold inside of the smoke. But Mouse pulling back the last round. And having the advantage in this one, we're certainly set to go the distance. All the rounds, as you would say, Henry.
All the rounds. I think we'll see them all today. A fitting way to close at this stage of the tournament. 5 on 4. Chris J poised in the B apartments.
Look at Major's spot, though.
Yeah, I like that position. It's so scary to play there. Knowing that players can just walk past you without checking it. Or they can come pre-fire you. You do need someone to bait you in, ideally. They haven't checked it. Why not checked it?
2, 3. 3 will be enough. Oh, they turn around. He's got 2. He almost had them all in his sights. They still pull it back because Sunny has gotten toward the window, and in doing so takes away the rotation to connector, or excuse me, to checkers. So 1-1 in the sight directly, bomb included, going on the attack in Oscar's hands against Zantares. Sunny still rotating in from Catwalk and Engine, taking his time to get through CT. Cautious and cognizant of the fact that Sunny was last spotted toward the vent, so he can't just rush by and expect to be undetected. And everyone's going to converge and convene roughly at the same time, or are they? Because Oscar gets Zantares, and Engine actually started looking back the other direction in case they weren't going to go B any longer. So he now has to pull this back for Space Soldiers. He's inside of the site. Spots 1, can't do it. Oscar's got the shot. LMT is extremely motivated tonight.
He really is. He's loving it. No real words coming out of his mouth, just noises. I'm enjoying it. The energy on this side of the room is electric. There he is in your screens right now. He's the one making all the noise. The team's not. And that's what the coaches are supposed to do, right? They're trying to fire their team up and get them in the game. We've seen a lot of coaches act like that in this tournament so far. I think the most notable one was Kassad and Renegades, you remember, standing in a similar position behind his team. They were very quiet when they looked out of the game. He'd pick them up by screaming of every kill and trying to get them back into it. So that's what the coach should be doing. Full eco now for Space Soldiers. Zantares, one of the deadlier players on Space Soldiers, sits towards the pass. Will be finding that shot, I'm afraid. Good position from Oscar, takes him down. Sunny to find the second, takes a dink in the process, but still alive. 5 on 3.
5 on 3. 1 round between them. 10-10, a possible scoreline. Remember, if Mousesports win, DDK wins our predictions. That's more important than their spot at the major. If Space Soldiers win, it's YNK that wins it, and, well, you already know the story, really. The one that matters, either team, the victor moves on. Said this round should be pretty quick. And then we get back into standard formation with guns to be brought up for Space Soldiers. Alex can't do anything at range with the pistol. Rops to take him down. Rops has been impressive again, his second major now.
Yeah, he's looking great.
Imagine Mousesports with Nico could never make it out, but without, they might.
They should be there already, really, considering the disastrous game against QBF. But still, if they just make it at this point, they'll be happy with that. 10-10. I did say in the pre-game, double digits on either side. Very likely we've made it that far. All the rounds will be played. All per major. We'll have 4 rifles. Full array of AK-47s on the Mousesports side. All the grenades. Plenty of residual cash. What's the play coming into this round? Oh, missed smoke, mate. Hate to see that. Not at this level, can't happen.
Well,
now,
we saw Space Soldiers do the same
you'll
thing.
see what happened right here. So he hits Sunny. Luckily, they stay alive. But that should be smoked. That
Now,
should be happening.
the good news is now that they've gotten toward the boxes, they should be able to get that in again.
Yeah.
There it is, it lands. But yeah, we've seen both teams. Sunny tagged, you're right. Paz gets the kill. That's a misplay. It didn't cost Space Soldiers in the first half when we saw them miss it twice. Calyx is going to sit on balcony. You're still shaking your head, Hank.
It's just it's such a frustrating time for it to happen. That should be a smoke that's a lock-in. If you're throwing that smoke, it's a difficult one to throw. It should be happening every single time. It should be landing. But if you lose the game because of a smoke like that, you're so gutted as Calyx finds a second frag. Chris J will be dropped. Rob's fighting back there. What a player he is turning out to be. No HP though. To find anything else he can, and he is nailing shots. Chimes in as well. 3 versus 2. That's his second kill of the round.
Rob's to look towards CT stairs. He's got 13 HP. Misses the first shot, wants to go back out for a little bit more, but can't quite get the angle. He is gone. Nice throw from Major. Speaking of Boston and the Bruins and Tom Brady, the pitcher for their Red Sox team. It's pretty good. As Engine tries to spray back through the boxes, it's smoked off bomb. Stico smoked off as well to cover off a bit from connector. Stico's going to try and go toward the vent. I hate seeing people crawl through this vent late in the retake. Stico shows us exactly why, and this should be the advantage. Mousesports, Engine versus 2. A kit to play with, but no smokes to work with, and I don't think he's realized there's a player that's working around behind him. And Oscar's got the kill. LMBT's losing his vocal cords.
He's going to have no voice left for Boston at this rate.
Can we just get a compilation of him at the end yelling nice?
Yeah, I think we might have to. Well, it's a Space Soldiers timeout. Here's the grenade coming through to Robs. I think you see all the bullets flying around him, but the nade is the one that takes him down. Mousesports take the lead. Means a lot to the coach, and I think we have to have a Space Soldiers eco here. Not that that's been unsuccessful for many teams of this major so far. Ecos, even full ecos, can yield success from time to time. Timeout, though. Chance to calm down. As we'll see what Space Soldiers bring to the table here in round number 22. CZs, PT50s. Calyx and Paz will be purchasing body armor. Will it be enough? I don't think so. CZs, 3 of those. We'll see if they can maybe pushing towards underpass. There's not really many options in terms of stacks. Play a very default round, 2 at A. 2 at B, and now 0 at middle as Antares gets taken down by Oscar at the very start of the round.
So, with that, Mousesports take control on the attack. Major has pushed up toward the kitchen. It's not much of one, but it has the essentials, a microwave. Major going down, however, no hot pockets for him.
Jay to find the frag. Remember, this wasn't really an investment from Space Soldiers. They know they have enough for the next round. Max plus bonus, in fact. Engine will get 1 frag. That's going to be Rops, and Calyx finds a second. What's happening here? It's all starting to fall apart. 3 on 3 now.
Just trying to rotate back around.
Oh, good call there.
Head toward B. This gets them out of dodge, you're right, because it did start to fall apart, but they had just enough space to get away from it. There's no need walking into the pistols. Desperate rotation, trying to continue on with good form and salvage what they started, but Oscar's already got Engine in rotation. Paz knows they planted the bomb, but Chris, great shot on the AK. And it's just Calyx, and he's going to back off. He's got armor, and there's a few guns available over toward A, so he'd likely rather grab one of those and get away. He's got a cross connector to do so.
Great call from Mousesports, I have to say. Knowing you've given up the AKs on that side of the map, why not go towards B? You know, the AKs are there. It's going to take them a long time to retreat. You've got a smoke, chuck in the connector, get up towards shore. There's nothing they can really do. And you even take down those rotating players in transition towards the B bomb site. Calyx will be the last player remaining. He's only got a CZ, and he's looking for anyone exiting towards shore. He'll definitely get some action here. I doubt he gets a kill. If he does, he won't even find the weapon. Looks towards Chris J. Did he have time to get it? Oh, he does. Picks it up. Manages to get an AK. Well played. 12-10. Mousesports come 1 step closer. That was Oscar with a pretty easy pick by his standards at the start. Took down Engine as well as he was coming towards that B site. Great shot. Space Soldiers with another tactical timer. They have 1 more remaining here. Calyx did save the AK. They can definitely buy into this round. You know, the stats for you, in terms of ADR, it's Oscar presenting another fantastic game in this tournament. He's currently got 24 kills, 12 deaths. Rob's not far behind. He's also got a 20 bomb, 13 kills. 11 for Sticko, Sunny at 13. Chris J, 11. The top of the scoreboard is Major on the Space Soldiers side. 15 for Paz, 12 for Engine, and Calyx and Xanteras on 11. Xanteras normally dynamite on this map. Haven't really seen him turn up as of yet. Haven't seen a big clutch from him. Haven't seen anything too wild. Actually, it's round number 23. Let's see if they can do anything with this.
We'll see if they can. Oscar on the op, Paz on the same. 2 kits, Engine. I take that back. Calyx actually just bought one, so. Engine's on Taraz, but Calyx in on that as well now. So Chris aggressive already. Major, AWP flashed in. That's a bit much considering they're fully blind. He didn't need to go for a fast flick. He had all day to set up the game. Paz still has the angle set. Major does find one immediately after, but Sticko's traded him off of him. And Sunny can now try and pursue and be successful in the pursuit of the B site.
One will be planted. It's still anyone's round. Look at the HP from Mousesports. Sticko at 5. That same counter boost we saw in the Fnatic game. It'll be Sticko sent up there this time. Smokes are good though. It's going to be Space Soldiers coordinating themselves with the retake of smoke towards the arches. Molotov on the site, making a flashbang. Sunny won't be affected by it. Sticko has to at least find 1 kill in this position. Robs can't find anything. Sunny now trying to back up his teammate, but it might not be enough. Left in a 3 versus 1, 20 HP. Surely this is Space Soldiers round. They haven't had one in so long, but he might be able to deny it. The bomb's ticking away, looking for the double spray down here. Can't get it. Is there a kit available? There is indeed.
Absolutely. Xanteras pulled that in. They just barely got that. Close as you'd like, but Space Soldiers finally get around. First straight up gun round they've had in this half because they've won the pistol and then got to 10 early on. It's been all Mousesports since then. 5 straight. Now that's 1 for Space Soldiers and 5 in a row. As most of you playing along at home likely know, is a maximum loss bonus, so that could be reset. And Mousesports, in doing so, would be in a fantastic position.
Plenty of money for the international squad of Mousesports. AKs, EWP for Oscar. Always a deadly recipe. I believe for now, and Rob's looking to continue here. Great shot to Paz. Completely opens up the map there. That was towards the A ramp, waiting for a player to push and completely railed him. 5 on 4. Mousesports don't have to do anything really. It's a reaction-based map. The CTs have to try and reclaim something here, whether it's pushing the B apartments or just leaving it completely open in terms of that side of the map. Chris J and Co coordinate themselves towards mid. Smoking towards that window area. Could boost someone off if they want to. Instead they'll boost towards short to look for anyone boosting on the other side. They will get ready with the Molotov. That goes towards CPL. Major hits the shot but can't find the kill.
Backs off as well. AWP still in hand, but he's getting pressured up close with the op. Tries to just pre-fire back to the smoke. Sticko's gotten up on top of the small canopy, if you will, the tiny roof outside of the window to get an angle toward the vent. Oscar gets shot, but it's all gone. Mousesports. Oscar follows it. Calyx down.
Wow!
And he'll hit Xanteras. That's the reset. 13-11. LMBT loves it.
Close it now. The words from the coach. He knows the money's in the bin for Space Soldiers. They had the maximum loss bonus. They won a close round on the B bomb side. 2 players surviving. That was the shot from Robs. Okay, so he wasn't even defending an aggressive push. That was actually just pre-firing the angle for players crossing towards connector. My God, what a pick it was. And I agree with LMBT. This was the chance to close it out. It doesn't get much better than this. They're looking for 14-11. Just pistols for Space Soldiers here. It's been a great game so far. Best game of round number 5 for sure. Great CS displayed in the earlier 2 games, but very one-sided affairs. Tops smokes towards middle. Sticko trying to open things up. He knows if he gets his first kill. 1 step closer to the best of status. Oscar and Sunny will chime in first. 5 versus 3.
Sunny sliding up inside of middle. The Finnish flag. The first Finn inside of our playoffs, our legendary status in a while, because Alu didn't make it with FaZe last time.
Neither did Zen from Penta.
It's true. Sprout. As they are now known.
Cool.
Oscar.
See you later.
Good turnaround. Engine couldn't even buy a headshot. Tried. He did give it a go. 14 looking likely. Space Soldiers 8-7 lead as they swamp into CT. 10-7 lead. Before Mousesports bought back in. Paz just the deagle to work with.
Mousesports guaranteed 14-11 at this point. Bomb makes its way towards A. Trying not to make any mistakes here. I like this. It's on the back of Sticker right now. Actually goes towards B, I beg your pardon. Paz will be waiting for them as four. One. Oscar probably backs off now. Let him have that AK. It's absolutely fine. Oh, he does take him down the end. Nice work. And there it is. 14-11 comes through. That was the space soldiers. Can't afford to make any mistakes now. Here's Oscar doing what he does best. Just nailing shots all over the shop. As he gets in towards shore here. Gets the 180. Takes an engine. He only had the silence USB. So it looks to be a difficult kill at that range. Last time out now for the Space Soldiers. What a story it's been for them. Their first major. They make it to the round of 16. They fought all the way to round number 5 to become legends. And now up against it. Backs to the wall. 14-11. Can't make any mistakes at this stage. The buy is going to be difficult. UMP for engine. A couple of M4s. Calyx and Xantaras will bring... Same story for Major. Paz, he can drop an AWP. They don't necessarily have a main AWP. A Major will use it. Paz will bring it out from time to time. There's the final buy. Mousesports looking to close it. As MBT said. Smoke towards mid. Looks got pretty standard rounds. As we're into number 26.
Sneak out with a backside flash. They can push out. Smoke down on Cat. They'll push through. Sonny's going to get inside of it. Gray Skies are going to clear up. Sooner or later, Paz is going to take advantage of it, at least for now, at the bottom of connector. M4 in hand. Sonny getting closer. If he goes, Xantaras is there. What a shot through the edge of the box. He doesn't even have to expose himself to Xantaras. That's a great angle, great find. Smoke down. Xantaras can do nothing of it.
That's a huge take. No reach raid coming in, but a headshot is. Sonny has to just walk away now. Major, one of the key players of Space Soldiers, looks towards short. Guaranteed kill. There it is. Oscar can't find the quick scope. Sticko, he'll make up for it though. He had the bomb. Lucky to stay alive. 4-on-3 now. Still a minute to work with. Xantaras rotates towards B. And is the correct call. That's where Mousesports are heading. Now it's a chance to show up. He is certainly the star player of this team. He has to find some kills here. 3 alone. Takes down Sticko. It's going to be the bomb. Still a 2-on-2. Up to Calyx now to try and deny match point, man. He's in towards that window. 30 seconds remaining. The bomb is still towards shore. They don't have a smoke to take him out of his position. Calyx, though, doubting himself. Looks away for 1 second. Flashbang comes through. Can he find that shot? He can't. That's going to make things very difficult indeed. The plant will go down. Calyx will jump out of the window. Has to find 2 targets here.
Calyx trying to swing into a position. Van, easy shot. Sonny weak. Calyx takes ROPS. 14-12. They're back into it. And they're responding with a little bit of emotion of their own.
Beautiful stuff by Calyx there. Very calm. Very young player as well. Never really played on the big stage, and here he is, fighting for a legend spot at the major. 14-11 down, wins a massive 2 versus 1. That's huge. Well played, gets the defuse in. Keeps the hopes and dreams alive for Space Soldiers. Remember, they're on the CT side right now. 1 player surviving, your money's already very weak. Still going to be a troublesome time for them here. If they win the next round convincingly, they're back in this game. As you can see, UMPs come out. Engine and Paz will be wielding those. Major, AWP. Xantaras hasn't had the best game so far. We haven't seen much in terms of aggression with the CTs. They haven't really had much to work with in terms of actual money, a bankroll to justify the risk. Xantaras, there we go, through the smoke. He finds Sticko and an early 5-on-4 comes in their favor. We're not done here just yet. Oh, Xantaras, that's a brave peek. My goodness. Lucky to be alive.
Xantaras is going to sneak up, smoke down, sprays in, hits Sonny. It was just a guess, but a guess that's correct. Sonny's lucky to be alive. Another bullet, and he was dead and done. Xantaras is going to elect to play in the window still.
He would have got a sound cue. He got that dink in as well. CSGO, you hit the head.
Was it a dink or 2 body shots?
It might have been, so I'm not sure.
I think it was 2 body.
16 HP suggested it was a dink, but I didn't. Obviously in the smoke, I didn't quite see. Spots the barrel. Does he? He does. Takes it down. A nice little flick. Xantaras with his 2nd frag of the round. 5-on-3. Looking for 14-13. Chris J, though, could be the saboteur in all of this. Lovely one tap there. That's beautiful stuff. Might not be enough to win the round as we're left in a 4 versus 1. Robs will have to fall back as the bomb goes down. Oh my goodness, that clutch from Calyx seemed to have fired up the Space Soldiers. They managed to recover weaponry as well. Double orb setup. M4 for Calyx. Engine certainly going to have a rifle next round as well. They won't have to hunt for Robs. They know they need to keep everyone alive here. Mousesports will have cash remaining. They've got enough for one more buy. Space Soldiers could still steal everything away. So Robs, 15 seconds. He's out of this round. Just a chance to talk now and work out what next round will bring. Well, well, well. There it is. Space Soldiers will indeed win the round. Zantara through the smoke at the start. This was the play. Ding sticker at the beginning. We might be able to see the second kill as well. You don't see the beginning of it, but he does.
Say, yeah.
Either way, he seems to be aware of the possibility of a player being up there.
Master of the smoke.
Indeed. Just like called him out as well for having a quiet game. He pulls that off. Always seems to be the case.
Sure, absolutely. Well, that's good. Builds to the narrative. Engine, AWP. Major, AWP. Oscar, AWP. Sunny Mac 10.
I'll say
quite as good.
One final time. Winner of this game is a legend. Loser goes home with a B rush from Mousesports. They're getting stuck in here. Jumping orb gonna have to come out. Can Major do anything with this? There's smokes everywhere. Pass to protect him. I don't think it'll be enough, but Major somehow still alive here. Can he find anything more with the AWP?
Certainly stuck inside of the smoke. He's trying to stay alive. He's preserved himself. Sticko on the barrel. Had no idea that he was still in there and was too high to see him coming through. Major on 3 HP. He's gone finally. Finally, Chris gets him, but Calyx with 17 is no better off, and Oscar's able to find that shot. So finally it falls apart. It is left to Engine.
Oh, he misses.
This is a shot as well. I don't think he expected him to be coming back out from bench. That was bomb. That would have bought him a ton of time. Now he's got to clutch it back. Oscar's still going to be staring at the window as well with the AWP. On the T side, and Engine's, I think, called it. He has to. This gives up map point to Mousesports. It's a tough decision to make, but they don't have a lot of money to go with, so AWP is valuable, and they have to concede.
And MBT's not celebrating just yet. He wants to make sure that bomb's definitely going off. It will be match point, legendary point for Mousesports here. The B rush yields the success. Some smoke thrown into the mix, some flashbangs as well. It certainly wasn't pretty with Major there dancing around the smoke. He gets 2 with the AWP. Hold on to your seats. Sports doing everything they can here. This was the play for Major. I don't know how he survived for so long. Great play to do so. Round number 29 begins. I think it's a good play that Engine did save the AWP. It's considered one of the weaker players on Space Soldiers. And with the orb, probably wasn't going to happen for him. He'll be on the CZ. He gives the orb to Major. Allow the player performing at his peak to try and make something happen with this. They need this round. Mousesports 1 away as they go towards a B rush once again. Can you believe it? Major's flashed off. This could be it, Matt. He's by himself in the B bomb site. The orb goes down, but Xantaras is fighting back. Chris J will get the plant in. There is only 1 kit available for Space Soldiers. This could be the round that decides it all.
Torres has enough of the flames down. He wants to cross, doesn't want to take any damage, but he's also smoked at window. Engine has a... Oh, he had a smoke. I thought he had a flash. I was going to say, put that through. Gets on Torres in position, but he's going to go on his own. Manning up when he needs to. Rops will pull it back and make it more difficult. Calyx, he wins the duel on Sticko. That gives on Torres room to window, but as he goes to peek again, so too does Mousesports. It is all on Paz. Tries to defuse, can't do it. Oscar's got it. And Chris is a legend now as well.
Chris J finally makes it to the playoffs of a major. The final of that horrible club. It seems like they've all advanced this time here at the E-League Major. Well played to Mousesports. Commiserations to Space Soldiers. What a story that's been. They've had many teams on the ropes, a lot of blunders in terms of games they should have won. They've shown a lot of heart in this tournament, and they'll certainly be back at the next one. They're a team to watch out for, and they've shown they've got a lot of skill, a lot of talent. But there it is, Mousesports will be our final team going to Boston.
Final team going to Boston, and we will find out who has the other